video, we'll discuss coercion versus choice. Now you may ask, what is coercion? Well, coercion is the act or process of persuading someone to forcefully do something that they do not want to do. This conflicts the choice as there is no open decision for an individual strictly forcing them to do something. So I'll be exploring coercion versus choice in regard to government policies and society. So coercion versus choice in regard to government policies is an issue that revolves around how much control the government has over our decisions or actions. Coercion occurs when the government enforces policies or conflicts a person's ability to act in ways they might not choose for themselves. One of the most prominent examples that I can think of is the COVID-19 vaccine mandates. So COVID-19 mandates became a major issue during the pandemic. Governments around the world imposed policies that required individuals to get vaccinated, either to access certain services, still be employed, participate in public life. These mandates were intended to control the spread of the virus and protect public health, but it became very controversial as it limited individual freedom of choice, and it took form in many ways, such as employment requirements. If you wanted to go work somewhere, like being a teacher or a healthcare worker, you had to have a vaccine. They would require it, or you would be forced to go get one. There was laws in some countries, such as Austria or parts of Australia, and I know coming from America to go to Canada, you were required to have a vaccine, and if not, you would get fined or legal penalties if you refused. Another one that I think is pretty interesting is pressure on businesses. So in some cases in the US, governments were placed with like almost an indirect pressure of private businesses that enforced mandates, vaccine mandates. In the US, President Biden's administration issued policies requiring large companies to mandate vaccines for their workers or submit regular testing. And initially it was presented as a safety measure, but obviously that's a complete violation of our rights. You know, you're not required to go get any vaccine, especially something that came up out of the blue, and all of a sudden they have a vaccine for it, and we're just supposed to comply. Limiting this abusive control ensures power remains distributed, and having the people at the focal point and making the ultimate say for the decisions that affect our lives as the people.